This episode of No Sellouts with Tim Black is brought to you by justinformed.com, a social media site that doesn't steal your data, doesn't sell your soul, and will never ever do you like Google Plus just did 500,000 of its users, which is to get hacked and not tell anybody for at least 4 months. Go to justinformed.com, become a member, and tell them Tim Black sent you. All right, I'm feeling good. I hope y'all feeling good. Hey, people, how you doing? What's going on? Happy evening to you. My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. No Sellout Special Edition. You're here. I'm here. You're in the house. All right, guys. Oh. Down here is the P.O. Box. If you want to send stuff to the show, we got a lot of exciting things in line that we're going to be sharing with you because people have been responding to this request. So anyway, if you are interested in sending stuff to go on any of this fine setup we have going on here, send it to P.O. Box 701, Bryans Road, Maryland, 20616. Do it today.
Sit your ass down.
Oh, I didn't mean that one. Well, you might have to, but...
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I want to say hello to everybody on Periscope, everybody on YouTube and Facebook. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right. Good evening, Mars, Pluto, Zanga. What's up, people? What is going on? I'm adding my people now. We got YouTube people in the house. What's going on, Julie Love? I see my usual group of suspects. What's happening? What's up, Chris? What's up, Vickers? What's up, Durl? Mars, Pluto? Yeah. Guys, I'm pumped up, man. It's another Monday. We made it through a weekend, and we're back at it to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, progressives. That's what we live by. That's what we drive by. That's how we keep it going, people. So we're going to have a great show tonight. I got some stories, ideas, and stories that I want to share with you. Things that caught my attention over the last 24, 48 hours that I think need to be addressed, and hopefully you'll find them interesting and want to share them with your friends. And that would be a good time if you are on any platform, whether it be Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, wherever you are, share this broadcast with somebody and let them know that true independent media is out here. Because a lot of people have no idea, y'all. They have no idea. Email Eli. They don't know Roseanne Monterama. They don't know Marcella Jones. They don't know Helen Ford. They just don't know. They just don't know that we are here. They think that all news coverage is the same. Got some old tired, lame reading off a teleprompter, telling them whatever their boss told them to tell them. Got a gun to their head, just lying. Just lying. Trying to make sure they keep that country club membership. They don't know that there's independent media out here that's barely getting by, but they do so because they believe that truth needs to be broadcast on the airways, needs to be on the internet. We got to stand up for it. We got to tell the truth. Got to keep it real. So let people know by sharing it now, guys. Right now. Time is of the essence. Time is now, man. Time is now. I mean, how much better does it got to get for people to be like, you know what, I think we need to go get this taken care of right now. I think maybe we should go ahead and get serious about this. What else got to happen, man? Real talk. What else got to happen, people? Let me. What else got to happen? We got scumbags like Joe Manchin in West Virginia. What else got to happen? You getting lied to on a daily basis? What else got to happen? Okay, truth bomb time. Let's drop a truth bomb, y'all. People have asked me, Tim Black, they say, Tim, why did the Kavanaugh hearings, his interview for the job of Assistant Chief Justice on the Supreme Court, why did the focus stay on beer and a relationship from 37 years ago that may or may not have happened? Why did it focus on beer and sex? Why didn't they focus at all on the Bush time where he was actually on the council, where he was the White House, he was the president, council? Why didn't they focus on the legislation, the acts, the policies of the Bush administration that Kavanaugh had a direct impact on? Why did it stay in the gutter, Tim? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. They didn't want to talk about Kavanaugh's background because to talk about his background would be exposing themselves. Kavanaugh helped write the Patriot Act. Patriot Act took away your rights. Most Americans who know what the Patriot Act is, they hate it, because they realize they have no privacy. They have no ownership of their own ability to be American citizens, your own ability to have your own privacy. It took away the ability that the American government, the U.S. government can decide if they want to come get you today or tomorrow without any due process at all because of that Patriot Act. And Kavanaugh was the chief architect of that act. But there was only one senator who voted against that act back in 2001. His name was Russ Feingold out of Wisconsin. Now, all the other senators voted with it. So they don't want to talk about that horrible vote because it would do what? It would sully the senators that are still there in Congress or in the Senate right now who voted for that horrible act. It would make them look horrible. Also, the torture memo that he helped draft, where he somehow made it possible, somehow made it seem like it was reasonable for America to become the worst of the worst, which was the torture, was to use waterboarding. That was also Kavanaugh. So they didn't want to focus on the real things that you could quantify. They wanted to stay in the gray area, something that was hard to prove, like what he did 36 years ago when we didn't have any cameras, we didn't have any audio recordings. All we had was the testimony of one Dr. Blasey Ford. But we didn't need testimony to prove that he voted against the will of the people, and he voted against the ethics, and he voted against this Constitution. You didn't need any witnesses for that because we already had him dead to rights. But these Trump supporters keep telling me, Tim Black, you're wrong. Kavanaugh's a good guy. In what world is he a good guy? He sold your rights out from under you. Democrats are yelling, oh, what about Blasey Ford? What about Blasey Ford? And I'm telling you, you didn't even need Blasey Ford to prove that he was unfit. All you needed to do is look at his fucking resume. But no one wanted to look at his resume. And don't you play yourself. Don't you do it. If I know this information, if I had this information, they have it too at MSNBC, they have it at Fox, they have it at CNN, and they didn't talk about it. Because it ain't titillating enough. It ain't scintillating enough. It ain't gyrating enough for you. And it also might actually wake you up to the farce that whole shit was. So give it up for that. So how much longer is it going to be before people wake up? How much more are we going to take before we say, you know what? Something ain't right with our system. 5 corporations control 90% of our media. Something ain't right about it. Maybe we ought to change it. Maybe we'll never wake up. All right, guys. So, and I didn't even mean to go into that. Oh, I would also like to say before we get started, Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. That's right. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Meaning, I support indigenous peoples from all over the globe, particularly in the United States. I want to focus on that and say, first of all, Native Americans, the indigenous people, the people who were on this land when Christopher Columbus, who wasn't even the first European to land on the land, everything you know about Christopher Columbus is bullshit if you got it from your local elementary school. All of it. He wasn't the first to discover it. He didn't mean to discover it. He never did discover it. He backed into this land. There were people here. And he was a horrible genocidal maniac as well. Italian Americans, I respect the hell out of your culture and you. But you're going to need a better representative to hang your hat on. I would be ashamed to hang my hat on him. That would be like me hanging my hat on Idi Amin or something. Now, I know some people are going to write me, Idi Amin did great things. He also tortured the hell out of a lot of people. That's not a great thing. But Idi Amin, no. So what I'm trying to tell you is find another hero, because he was a zero. All right. Oh, we pumping it out tonight, are we? I don't have time to play. I told y'all, man, when I quit smoking, I turned on a new lease on life. I said, you know what? I don't care no more. Come on, Morgan. Where you at, Morgan? Tell these people how what we came up to. We came to the agreement. We had agreement, right, Morgan? We developed an agreement that said we weren't going to play games with these people no more. We weren't going to play games with these people no more. Not about things that matter. Not anymore. We can joke around. Everybody likes to joke around from time to time, but we are not going to play games with these people. No, we're not. All right, guys. Media. I'd like to get into my first story of the day. How many of you guys recognize the young man on the right? I hope you recognize the young man on the right. His name is Tamir Rice. Unfortunately, Tamir Rice died at the very young age, the premature age of 12. How many of you guys recognize the young man on the left? Well, that is the man who killed the young man on the right. His name is Timothy Loman. Timothy Loman was the officer who drove up and within 12 seconds decided Tamir Rice was a grown-ass man with a deadly weapon in his hand, and we're not even going to give him a chance to drop his so-called dangerous weapon, which turned out to be a play gun with nothing in it, which is also what the person who actually called 911 said it was. But somehow that information never got to Timothy. And you might say, oh, well, Timothy made a mistake. Yeah, but there's some mistakes that we make that cannot be erased because they erase life. But it wasn't just that. Timothy Loman was a horrible officer to begin with. He should have never been on the Cleveland Police Force. That's not my words. That's the words of the sergeant that he formerly worked for before he started working there. Listen to this. Former Cleveland Police Force Timothy Loman was fired from the force in 2017 for lying about his previous job history. But then he was not indicted for the shooting of Tamir Rice or the killing of Tamir Rice. Loman, he was free to apply for other jobs, so that's exactly what he did. And recently, he was hired again. But you say, Tim Black, what did Loman lie about that got him fired since he was never prosecuted for slaying Tamir Rice? Well, Bel-Air Police Chief Richard Dick Flanagan, not me, not Tim Black, but Police Chief Richard Dick Flanagan says the second chance for Loman, who was a trainee at the time of the shooting, who had been cleared of any wrongdoing, told the Intelligencer he was never charged, it was over and done with. But we cannot forget that Loman joined the Cleveland Police Force after lying about his job history. He was an officer at Independence, Ohio, in the city of Independence, Ohio, where he was forced to resign after being deemed unfit to be a police officer. He also failed a Maple Heights Police Department exam in 2009. Something he also didn't disclose to the Cleveland Police Department. So he was booted off of one police force where they said he was unfit to serve. Then he failed the exams necessary to qualify to be a police officer. But somehow he was still able to become a police officer in the Cleveland Police Department where he gunned down Tamir Rice. Now, if all of that wasn't bad enough, the taking of a 12-year-old's life, all of these problems, all of these failures of the system to make sure good police officers see the streets. To add insult to injury to all of that, Timothy Loman's been hired again as what? Not as a stock clerk at your local Rite Aid or Walmart. No. Not as a tow truck driver for a repo company or a hazard roadside assistance company. No. Maybe he got hired to be the CNI dog for someone who's visually impaired. No, he's not. Timothy Loman was hired once again to be a police officer, regardless to his record. Because in the United States, we don't track bad cops, but we track the hell out of citizens. Oh yeah, we love to track citizens. Bad cops do whatever they want. You a bad cop, all you got to do is move one town over. You all good. Fresh start. Never happened. Let you or I try that. They do what's called background checks on us, but bad officers like Timothy Loman just bounce around. Feel safe? All right. I can't clap after that. That's some horrible, horrible, horribleness. All right. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't feel safe if he was patrolling in my neighborhood. I don't feel safe with him patrolling in your neighborhood, and I don't even know you. But I just have to think, in your best interest, you probably wouldn't want to trick a happy cop that couldn't pass exams and who was told he was unfit for duty. Anyway. This is why we kneel, motherfucker. Right here. This guy. This guy. This guy. Am I blocking him? This some bitch right here. This guy right there. That's why we kneel. Oh, why do you kneel? Why do you kneel? Why are you messing up our football? This some bitch right. This some bitch right here. That's why we kneel. This guy right here. All the kneeling, this guys like him. Guys like him. That's the kneeling. No charges whatsoever. All right. Hey, Tim Black. All right. We got a couple other stories as well besides that are not quite as horrible. Before we get to those, I would like to inform you of something that you may not be aware of. Google Plus is shutting down. Google Plus shutting down. Google Plus is a web platform, a social media platform that you might not be aware of because no one visits it. It's sort of like MySpace. Google Plus is sort of like MySpace in as it's a social media platform that nobody visits. Yeah, you didn't know MySpace was still active? Yeah, it is. So they're going to shut down Google Plus, which a lot of people complained was horrible to begin with. A lot of overlapping features as Google was trying to roll out features for Gmail and YouTube, and Google Plus was always sort of like the crooked step cousin's brother, aunt, crackhead, degenerate, I don't know. Just needed them to go. That's it. Just go with God. Go enjoy your life over there. Well, the reasons for them discontinuing and decommissioning Google Plus are not what you may think. It's not because we stopped using it. Now, they're going to decommission it because for the people who still don't use this damn software, this damn platform, all of their personal data that was loaded onto Google Plus, their name, their true identities were exposed. I know you may think, oh, Tim Black, that happens sometimes. Is that a reason to shut down an entire platform? No, it's worse than that. See, it's not just that your names or your identity was exposed because someone hacked into this horrible social media platform that no one visits, but it's that they were hacked into about 4 or 5 months ago and no one told you. Yeah, like all your stuff was revealed by some hacker, I don't know, probably Russian or Chinese or Saudi or something, I don't know. They hacked into Google Plus. All your stuff got exposed, and they didn't tell you because, well, they don't have to tell you. Nah, Google could just keep it to themselves. So now that it's been exposed that they didn't tell you, they're like, maybe we'll just let this website go. We'll just get rid of it, you know? It's more trouble than it's worth. That's the reason why they're letting it go. They say it's going to take at least 10 months to fully shut down the service. I don't know what that's about. Usually when you want something dead, you just, I don't know, feed it fast food till it kills over. I don't know. There's got to be a better way to get rid of it a little bit quicker. Now, the thing to me about Google Plus is that they spend a lot of money to keep this crap running and no one uses it. I mean, it can't be earning its keep. Instead of complaining about content creators who happen to say things that push the establishment, that push away the narratives that the establishment peddles on a daily basis, they could have just shut down Google Plus and saved themselves at least some money that way, instead of complaining about PewDiePie or your brother Tim Black. I mean, the user engagement, according to Google, has been so low, it's been almost non-existent. Listen to this. Google says Google Plus currently has low usage and engagement, and that 90% of Google Plus user sessions last less than 5 seconds. That's how long people talk on Google Plus. 90% of the people on Google Plus, they don't conversate or engage with each other long enough to say, hey man, how you doing? How you? And by the time you were responding to the how you doing, they already clicked off and left and went to Twitter or Facebook. Or my quick favorite so far, Instagram. Instagram is great, y'all. I like Instagram. Find me on Instagram as Tim Black at Night, by the way. That's all I got on Google Plus, and I think I spent, 6 minutes on it? It's probably 5.5 minutes too long. Bye, Google Plus. Give it up for that. All right, guys. Hey, come on, I know somebody out there like, I love Google Plus. I had so much fun on there. I remember the time I was on it, and then nobody was talking to me, but I was on it, and it was just comfortable because there was nobody on it. Real talk, Google Plus was okay at one point like 4 years ago. It's a long time ago. That's forever in internet years. Now, this is the part where I remind you once again that this program, this show right now that you're watching, No Sellouts, Tim Black at Night show, is brought to you by you. It's brought to you by you, man. You didn't know you did this. You did. Thank you so much for bringing this show to yourself. Give it up for you. See, in order for me to speak truth to power, I can't work for CNN and MSNBC. And I'm not saying they'd have me. I ain't got a big head. They wouldn't want me. It was old-ass black bald-headed dude doing on here. Nah, they wouldn't have me. But I couldn't even if they wanted me to. I mean, if I did, I wouldn't be able to speak truth to power. See, in order to be able to say what I'm going to say in about 2 minutes, you got to not be tied or fixed to anyone. And I do mean any big organization like the GOP, the Republican National Committee, or the freaking DNC, Democratic National Committee, or any of that. You cannot speak truth to power attached to them. So what I want you to know, I keep this show going because of you. Become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack. If you watch it, I cover stories from a standpoint that keeps it real. That's what we do here. I don't shy away from controversial stories. I call it like I see it. Recently, I did a scathing story about Bette Midler. Recently, I covered the Amazon situation with Jeff Bezos screwing over the Walmart workers and screwing over all those people at Whole Foods, lying like a rug. All right? I covered Kavanaugh. Had to cover it. Got tired of covering it, but I covered it because people cared about it. I stopped caring a long time ago. I knew it was going to get confirmed, but I had to cover it. I gave it my all. So become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack. We ain't many, but we plenty. Give it up for that. All right. I got a couple stories left that I think. I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to go with. What the hell? Let's go with this one here. All right, guys. So now, New York City Mayor Bill DeBlasio, he had an unwelcome visitor today while he tried to do his workout. Check this out.
300,000 units of What's that now?
Out of the
Hey guys, I'm in the middle of doing my workout. Sorry, I can't do this now.
300,000 units that in your
Ma'am.
affordable housing program,
Ma'am.
only 5% will go to house the homeless.
We're not doing.
Let's try that again, man. One more time, buddy.
Hi, Tamir. Out of 300,000 units,
What's that now?
out of the
Hey guys, I'm in the middle of doing my workout.
out of the
Sorry, I can't do this
300,000
now.
units
Can't do
that
this
in your
now.
affordable housing program,
Ma'am.
only 5% will go to house the homeless.
We're not doing
Can you
this
look
here.
me in the eye and tell me why you're not doing
Why won't you commit more housing for homeless New Yorkers, Mayor DeBlasio?
Can you tell us
5%.
why?
5% is not adequate.
61,000 homeless New
5% is
Yorkers?
not adequate for homeless New
All right.
Yorkers. We need housing for homeless New Yorkers.
And just like that, he was gone. That's right. Bill DeBlasio was being asked by someone who voted for him, or someone who, probably in his district, who lives in New York. What's up with the homeless people? When you gonna fund programs to help the homeless people? Only 5%. It's not enough. We need more of the budget allocated to homelessness. We need to help these people. It's about to get cold, DeBlasio. Now, there's reasons why people approach people or approach politicians such as DeBlasio on their personal time. And one of the main reasons is that you don't have personal time. Yeah, like being a public servant, as in a politician, a mayor, governor, a senator, you always on. It ain't like working at Chuck E. Cheese. It's not like working at Dollar General. You have sworn an oath. I'm tired of hearing citizens who pay the salaries of politicians, who vote politicians in, act as if politicians deserve some type of special treatment. We already give them special treatment. It's called a paycheck. It's called being revered. It's called notoriety, fame, and the ability, the luxury to serve the people. We shouldn't have to apologize for interrupting their dinner. If you don't want somebody to interrupt you at your gym, work out at home. I do. But when you are a mayor, a governor, a senator, or a congressperson, you are always on call. That comes with the job. Stop taking up for politicians. You don't owe them, they owe you. What is wrong with you? Stop defending politicians. In order to get politicians to do the bidding of the people, sometimes it's going to require you to make them uncomfortable. Sometimes you might have to interrupt their little workout. Might have to interrupt their dinner. Might have to interrupt them. I didn't say put your hands on them and go to jail. I didn't say curse them out. I didn't say throw stuff. I didn't say toilet paper their house. I said you can't confront them. Stars get confronted all the time. Stars don't talk much about it because they know people don't want to hear rich people or famous people complain about the downside of being famous. Well, your favorite musician, people approach them all the time in airports, going to supermarkets, and they ain't swear oath. All they did was sing a song, do the moonwalk or something. They get the same treatment, sometimes worse. So don't make yourself feel bad for DeBlasio. He signed up for it. It's in the job description. People might ask you questions. I didn't say get violent. I said ask questions. This will be later. Important. There will be a test later. Now check this out. Part of the reason why it's important for citizens to be able to question their politicians is because of what I'm about to share with you right now. See this little thing right here the sister did when she questioned DeBlasio at an inopportune time for him? It resulted in DeBlasio at least having to address the homeless issue in New York. Check this out. New York City Mayor Bill DeBlasio will meet with members of a homeless advocacy group after he faced backlash for dismissing an activist who confronted him at the gym. See what happened there? See what happened there? This activist confronted Bill DeBlasio. He act like his shit didn't stink, right? He act like he had no time to talk to the sister that was confronting him. It wasn't like, hey, Bill DeBlasio, could you give me a job? Hey, Bill DeBlasio, could you come attend my wedding? Hey, Bill DeBlasio, you got a few dollars you can spare? No, it was like, Bill DeBlasio, let's take care of the damn people. We put you in office to take care of the people, not sit here and do push-ups or sit-ups or your fake calisthenics. We want you to help the people. Why aren't you helping the people? Any answer will do. That's within her rights. And the result of that is him having to deal with this issue now. Now, I'm not suggesting that this means that he's going to do anything above what he was probably already going to do. But what I am telling you is that it got media coverage. Media coverage is the name of the game. Stop voting against, arguing against your own best interest. Holding politicians responsible and accountable is not a Democrat or Republican issue. It's a humanity issue. It's a citizen issue. Highly recommended. All right, give it up for that, y'all. Shit. All right. Now let's see. I have one more, guys. And I'm trying to think how to set this up. All right. Indigenous people, Google Plus. Yeah, I got one more. How do I want to address this? You know what? I gotta go. When this is about Portland protests, all right, and it needs to be addressed the correct way. While I get that ready, while we get ready to tackle that, why we do that, right? Maybe it's here. Was it here? Hold on. Portland is all right. Well, you know what? I think we'll do it this way. We'll do a little intro so people know what's going on. Okay, there was a shooting of a man. A man was shot in Portland, Oregon by police officers. The man's name is Kimmons, okay? Mr. Kimmons was shot and killed by police officers, and there are debates about if it was a legal shooting or not. Some people say they heard multiple gunshots, as many as 15. Some people say it was a lot less. I don't know if the coroner's report is back yet, but let's just say the people of Portland, Oregon are very suspicious about the police force. They're very suspicious that it's possible things not being handled the way they should be handled there in Portland. Okay? There are a group of activists in Portland who decided to stage a walkathon, okay? A protest in the streets of Portland, Oregon. Here goes a video clip of just some of the things that happened during one of these protests.
Because I told you to.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Don't hurt
Yeah,
me.
brother.
Just go.
Yeah, you little white little fucker.
Really?
No.
Yeah. You're a fucking little whitey, aren't you? The First Amendment. Get the fuck down the road.
Please just keep going the direction.
Just please turn right
Please
for Christ's
go the
sake.
direction I asked
For
you
Jesus
to go.
Christ's sake, just turn
Please,
right.
you're
will ya?
blocking traffic and they're getting pissed
Oh, we're
at
blocking
you.
traffic.
You can turn. You can just turn. Just go.
Hey.
Just go.
Are we the ones blocking
Just
traffic?
turn, please. Please just
Now
keep
you're gonna have to
going.
wait because you got cars coming.
Oh.
What do we do here?
Oh, you're from South Carolina. You are a little whitey supremacist. North Carolina, huh?
Right.
I'm a white supremacist because I'm white. Are you kidding?
Go back to North Carolina where you came from. We don't need your KKK in Portland, Oregon.
You can go where-
KKK from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Someone shut the fuck up so I can speak. I got traffic.
Ask me if I give a fuck. I was talking to him, not you. Thank you very much.
But I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of the intersection. And if I can have someone come.
Someone get my backpack.
If I can
Where
have
is it?
someone come.
Right there.
Well, I can't.
I need to
Well, they're blocking traffic.
Patrick, give it! Patrick, give it! Patrick, give it!
dare you to hit me right now. I'll beat the shit out of you. I'll beat the shit out of you with him. Fuck him.
Whoa,
Watch
whoa,
out.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Dumbass.
Whoa.
Slow down. There's no reason to.
You're lucky you didn't hit me. I would have beat your ass.
Don't engage.
I guarantee you that.
Look, you don't pay my bills. Shut the fuck up.
Don't engage. Don't engage. I love you.
Hit me, motherfucker.
Oh, hey, don't. God damn it.
All right, before I get into my personal feelings about, all right, okay, damn it, too much going on here. This looks, why is this so whacked out? All right, damn it. All right, screw it, I'm just gonna leave that there, okay? Shit, I can't leave it there. This is ridiculous. Hold on, guys, hold on. Hold on, guys. All right. I guess that'll work. I think that's sort of representative of what happened, what took place here. Okay. You know, before I get into how I feel about this demonstration, about the protest march, and I know this is just a snapshot, but before we get into how I feel about the protest march, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the Kimmins shooting, okay? The Kimmins shooting took place, or he was shot September 30th around 3 a.m. Portland Police Bureau Sergeant Gary Britt and Officer Jeffrey Livingston heard gunshots from inside their vehicles parked near, I don't know, I don't understand that, at the other end of the lot near the Southwest 3rd Avenue. I guess you got to be from Portland, Oregon to understand this. 2 men were wounded. Police then saw Kimmins turn toward them or head their way holding a gun. Now, this information, what I'm reading to you, is from the Oregonian and Oregon Live website. The officers yelled commands and fired at Kimmins with their handguns, striking him in the upper torso and leg. Between the sergeant and officer, 10 to 12 shots were fired. Police are waiting for forensic analysis from the state on a revolver found near Kimmins to determine if he had that gun. 4 other guns were recovered at the scene, but suspect Kimmins shot the 2 other men at the scene, sources say. Police officials have said little publicly about the circumstances of the shooting, despite pleas from the Kimmins family and other supporters. Okay, so that's where we are with this story. Very little information has been sent out to the people. People are wondering what happened. Please explain. Give us more details. We have a dead young man. Multiple shots were heard. We don't know. There has nothing been released officially about forensics. How many bullets entered Mr. Kimmins? What's the result? Do we know the idea of the gun that they say was used to kill the other 2 people that were at the scene? Did Kimmins fire on the officers? Did they see him with the gun? Did they see him fire on the 2 deceased? What proof do we have? What's going on? So this is all over the place, okay? It's all over the place. We don't know. But here's what I got to say about this. If you looked at this video, you didn't hear all of that story that sounds very, very troubling, to say the least, right? I heard all this crap. I'm thinking, what kind of protest is this where you're threatening people that had nothing to do with the shooting at Kimmins? I don't understand it. I don't understand how it's beneficial. I don't understand what they were doing. First of all, why are you in the middle of the street directing traffic? Where are the police department? Why is there a permit for the march? I've been a part of marches. People get permits. Like, I know things go on in the streets. You can't control it. But don't jump in my timeline acting as if people threatening drivers of vehicles, minding their business. They didn't have anything to do with Kimmons. They might not even know what you're there for. Threatening to beat their asses. I mean, what kind of crap is this? I know a lot of places where if you are threatening people driving home or driving wherever they're trying to go, and you don't have any authority, and you're threatening to pull them out their car and beat their ass, well, you know, there may be more shootings that occur like right then and there. I don't know what you think this is, but that sounds inappropriate as hell to be just threatening people like who are just driving down the street. And someone was like, Tim Blackwell, look what this black man was shot and killed. You already know how I feel about that. But I'm looking at this like, how does this help his family? How does this help his family for you to get publicity of calling somebody a cracker ass something in their car just driving down the street? I don't understand how you help things. I don't understand how you think that helps things. Now, if you can't admit this is some shitty tactics to use in order to draw attention about what you say may be a questionable shooting, maybe a freaking murder, I don't know what to do with that. I mean, you got to admit it's whack. This is not how you do things. It's not how it's done. I'm pretty sure that Kim's family, who says, yes, we want to get to the bottom of the situation, they don't want you threatening people as they go about their business and punching their vehicles. I don't really think you got a leg to stand on when it comes to this. There's a way to protest, right? And don't give me that, oh, Tim Blackwell, we should be able to do whatever we want. If we give them a reason to dismiss us, they will. If you give them a reason, if you give them the leverage to dismiss you, they will dismiss you. Don't help them dismiss our claims. Now, as for Mr. Kimmons, I have no idea what took place that night. Obviously, I'm here in Maryland. I'm not there. I want justice in whatever form it comes in, as in whatever true justice is. I would like to find out what happens with this case. I will follow back up on this case. All I'm telling you, folks who were in my timeline, who didn't like me criticizing the protesters, who all I see is them kicking cars. All I hear is them threatening people who had nothing to do with a shooting that they said occurred a week ago. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it when you justify wrong activity. I don't justify cops who shoot people unnecessarily. I don't justify citizens who call the police on people unnecessarily. Using cops as a bludgeon against disenfranchised people or people they know that could die at the hands of cops. Like, I don't let that go either. Well, I'm not going to let you go being a dickhead in the middle of the street threatening people that haven't done anything to you other than try to get home. So I don't know what you think I am. I have no idea. But I'm just telling you, that's not how I roll. I don't cave for Trump supporters. I don't cave for Antifa supporters. I don't cave for Democrat supporters. I don't cave for Green supporters. I just don't cave. And to the person who said, Tim Black, why don't you just go ahead and join the Trump train? You know you want to. To you, let me publicly tell you, let me respond by saying, until Jeff Sessions, until you fuckheads can admit Jeff Sessions is bad for black people, until you can admit Donald Trump's policies of cutting social programs hurt poor people and black people, until you can admit that it's not corporate welfare, it's not welfare that's the problem, it's corporate welfare that's the problem. We give more money away in subsidies than we ever give in food stamps. Until you admit all the above, I'm going to have to tell you like this, Haas. That's going to be a hard no for me. All right. I'm Tim Black. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you if you shared this program because, hey, that's what we need to get the word out. We got to get it out. I want to thank all my people in my chat room. Let me go to my chat room now and see who is in the house.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Cat 51 said she was considering, or he or she, looks like a she, said she was considering moving to Portland, Oregon, and said she's just reconsidered that. Well, Cat, I performed in Portland, Oregon about 6 months ago. I hope to go back on my own, because I had a good time performing stand-up comedy there in Portland. It was a great crowd. And the people that I dealt with, I never felt at all like I was going to be threatened or anything like that. It was cool people. What I saw here, I don't agree with, and I call it out when I see it. That's it. You know I ride with victims, but don't go making other people victims. Can't do that. But Cat 51, I feel you on that. Patricia Gardner's in the house. Christ, Collins. Yeah, hey, Ginger Liberty, how you doing? Fernanda said I was on fire tonight. Well, you know what? I was rested up, man. And also, I got out, I got my walk on this today. I got an hour worth of cardio in, and I just feel good, man. Let's keep it real with you. So, and guys, and I ain't trying to brag, but yeah, we're on our way to a month without cigarettes. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not bragging. What I am trying to do is inspire you, if you smoke cigarettes, to join my quit. It's a Tim Black quit. And we could do that together. And when you had those cravings, just know Tim Black had them too. But I'm not caving in on them, and neither should you. All right? That's what's up. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. So also, let me check and see if we got any people in the, I don't want to say it if it's happening. No, it's not happening. Now, remember, guys, you can get a super chat here. You can do this live, contribute to the show. It's kind of important. It's kind of important that you fund the show, so become a Super Chat donator or become a Patreon member if you can. Go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. Whatever you give is what you give. All right. That's all I got, man. Thank you so much. Tomorrow I will be here for my Coffee with Tim Black segment. I missed it today. I'll be back tomorrow to do Coffee with Tim Black. Tune in, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right where you are right now is where you'll find it. Also, guys, I'm on Roku. Anybody out there got Roku? Anybody got Roku, y'all? Any Roku users, go find Tim Black TV on Roku. I'm there. I'm representing. That's right. The hardest hitting independent media franchise is on Roku. Go check me out. All right? Check us out, because now it's a team. I have others helping me do this. So, as you can tell, we're really amping up the production, and we're conquering a lot of the platforms, hitting them with a lot of content. So I'm really pumped up, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you. I want to thank you one more time for being here. Have a great week, a productive week, an excellent week. And like I always say, don't let nobody take your cornbread and sprinkle some facts on them and get out of there. Peace.